Hi, Rick and Roxy. Can you hear me?
I can.
It's fantastic. It's such an honor to have some time with you. We appreciate you giving us a few minutes today.
It's a pleasure. So, Roxy, are you a Roxanne?
I am a Roxana, but
Okay.
it didn't matter.
No, well, I apologize for any flack you've got over the years. People singing to you.
Lots of people for a lot of years, but it's okay.
Good.
No apology necessary. It's a wonderful song. It was just too bad it was about a lady of the night.
Well, she's doing better now.
So good here. Thank you.
Did she find a new vocation at this point?
Yeah, she became a nurse.
All right, good. Good. Well, a lot of those girls do got to put themselves through college somehow.
Exactly.
So how's Vegas treating you?
I'm loving Vegas, actually. It's an amazing reaction from the audience, and people are coming from all over the country to see me here, and it's a fantastic gig. It's a great production. People are loving the way the show looks because each song has its own visual world, and we're really getting rave reviews. So I'm happier than I thought I would be. I really am.
I would think from an artist standpoint, having a set thing to do like that, where you're in one place every night, it's got to be a bit more relaxing and a little more soothing, knowing there's not a teardown and a setup and a different city and everything. It's got to be easier.
It's unusual for me to be in the same place more than 2 nights, but yes, it does feel relaxing. I feel very much at home. And of course, I'm going to resume touring next year in the normal way. This residency, it feels like home. So I'm welcoming people into my home, my living room.
That is fantastic. I got to say, it's an absolute honor getting a chance to speak with you. Besides the fact that your song Roxanne has been like a soundtrack to my life, my very first album I ever bought with my own money was Synchronicity. So I am verklempt, to say the very least.
Verklempt, okay. Me too. I'm
yes.
verklempt. Well, thank you for that.
Now, let me ask you this. I mean, obviously, you've been doing this for a minute, 100 million plus albums sold, 17 Grammys. The new album coming out Friday the 19th. Very excited about that. We'll get to that in a second. But what's a day in the life of Sting like? I mean, you've got this residency in Vegas. Do you still have to practice at this point in your career, or is it all natural? I mean, what's it like now?
Of course I do. I practice every day. I play the guitar, I play my scales, I play a bit of classical music, if you like. So I'm always learning. Every time I pick the guitar up, I learn something. And you have to keep your dexterity. It's very important. I get up early. I get up around 6:00. I like to swim, work out, have coffee, practice, go for a walk. But every day vectors towards the gig. Everything's about getting to that gig on time and being in good shape so you can perform for people. So it's a pretty ordered, disciplined day. I'm not like roaming around, thinking, what am I going to do? I have a schedule.
So even after all these years, there's a pretty stringent schedule that you adhere to make sure that you're at the top of your game every night.
That's how I've survived this long, just, discipline.
So Rick and I have been so lucky to get a sneak preview of the album, The Bridge. It's set for release November 19th. And it's mellow, not dark, but reflective, so poetic, peaceful, soothing. It's very zen. And I just wonder if that's a result of the pandemic.
I think I'm pretty zen anyway.
I believe
I've
that.
heard.
I'm pretty calm, but we are in crises of various kinds, whether it's the climate crises or the pandemic or the political turmoil. All of this, affects me and affects everyone else. And I think the metaphor of the whole album is this idea of the bridge, that we're all looking for a bridge to the future that is safer, happier, more content. None of us know where that bridge is, but we're all looking for it. And so all the characters I was writing about on the record were in a sort of transition from you know, from life to death, from health to sickness, from, you know, between relationships. All of these transitions were what I was concerned with writing about. And so, yeah, it has a calming effect, I hope. You know, I think we need
Absolutely
to be
does.
calm. We need to be calm and optimistic despite everything else.
And that's kind of what I got from a lot of the songs too is, and again, this is no secret to anyone, but there's a lot of talk about love. There's a lot of talk of spirituality. And if someone were to say, what does the music over the career of Sting symbolize? I would think those two things come to mind.
I find it very difficult to define spirituality. I would prefer to call it curiosity. Curiosity about why we're here. What is this thing? You know,
Yeah.
what are we meant to do? How are we meant to react to it? So curiosity is my preferred word rather than spirituality.
All right. And I certainly meant no offense. It just seemed as though it's deeper than a lot of what you get from some musicians these days, it's refreshing.
Okay, well, no, I take that as a compliment. No, I wasn't offended at all.
Good deal. So now you've got a web TV series coming up.
Yeah, we've been filming what it's like on the road with my manager Martin Kirschenbaum, and I have been just filming little snippets of, you know, where we've been in the past month. Say, I've been in Greece, I've been in Paris, I've been in London, I've been in the Channel Tunnel. You know, it's just little snippets of us commenting on where we've been. You know, walking down the Champs-Élysées and seeing the Arc de Triomphe all, you know, wrapped up in some art thing. I mean, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, if I had
Just
a
to
nickel
show-
for every time.
You'd be rich,
Now
right?
it's been a minute since you've been to Peoria. Last time you were in Peoria was 2001 on the Brand New Day tour.
Yep.
Now, I don't expect you to bust out any secrets or anything, but you did mention after the residency, you are going to tour to support the new album, The Bridge, again, which comes out Friday, November 19th. Do you have any specific dates? Do you know parts of the country where you're going to be anytime soon?
Well, first of all, I have to go back to Europe because all of the dates we had to cancel last year have to be honored. But yes, I'm coming back, you know, and if something plays in Peoria, you know, it's working. So I should come back.
Well, we would love to have you.
Yep.
We're so again, I use the term honored. You are rock and roll royalty, and this has just been a blessing to have an opportunity to speak with you today. And we're so excited to introduce all the new songs to our listeners. I mean, obviously, we're pounding the heck out of Rushing Water, and I can't wait for everybody else to hear everything else off the new album, The Bridge.
Oh, that's very kind of you. And I'm not royalty, but thank you.
Well, to us, you'll always be Sir Sting.
All right. I'll take that. Bye, guys.
Thank you
Thank
again
you
for the
so
time.
much.
It was great to see you. Stay safe.
Nice to see you too. God bless.